everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Addict Creations. I'm Diane, and today we are going to be working on this adorable card using some amazing new stamp sets coming our way and some fun colorista colored pencils. So let's get card making. I've pulled out pretty much everything I am using for this card I want to create with you. This is the sample that I made. It's a little hard to see that this is actually a speckled paper and that there is actually stamping on that. But I will show you exactly how I made this. It is using 95% close to my heart products. There is a couple things that are not close to my heart, but we'll get to that as we go, okay? So really excited. I love this stamp set. This is one of the new ones coming out in the next catalog. I can't find the next catalog, but it starts in September, and this stamp set, it just, I don't know, just touched my heart. And so I was trying to play with it with the new colored pencils that are coming out in the annual catalog, and I really was enjoying it. I used a clear shimmer brush, and you can't really see the shimmer on this one. Well, you kind of can when I move it. I didn't care for it as much with the shimmer. So then I moved to colored pencils, and I liked that, but I didn't have a blender pen. And I went to a scrapbooking store yesterday and got the Tombow blender pen. I really do like a blender pen with colored pencils versus the watercolor brush. Let's see here, I've got a watercolor brush here, which is just says water brush. I can't remember who this is from. I've had it for a bit. This is one of the ones that I like better than the others because it's got a stopper here, and you have to push on this little area to use it. It really was a lot of mess, and it bent the paper. I mean, gosh, looking at this, this is green and this is blue, so my colors are way off. I just didn't care for it. And it like I said, it's all bendy. I did use white daisy paper, I believe, on this one. Yeah, this one is French vanilla, and so is the sample. So I recycle that one. I'm going to just set this one aside because I still really like it. I did stamp that again so that I can color it. But I love this. It's got a great with deepest sympathy. We've got a happy birthday and a thank you. So I'm pretty much focusing on this stamp set. I would have used these words here. It said, when peace is like a river, attendeth my way, when sorrow like a sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. But I wanted something a little wider. And so I went into another one that's coming out, I believe. Gosh, I am really bad at this right now, so I'm sorry. This is either just out or it's coming out, but it's called Setting the Scene, and it's got some really cute, options here. We've got some dotted lines, clouds, what would you call this? Like a water brush painting, a circle, these leaves with the little wind lines, which are cute. And then this verbiage down here, which is itty bitty teeny tiny. And I can see that you could probably read the words, but my eyes are kind of old right now. So we're not going to go there. So what I am doing is using a card base from Close to My Heart. It is White Daisy, I believe. They just call them white. I am using some of the new mix-in paper, and I love this mix-in paper. This next set, let me actually grab it. All right, that took a few seconds. So we've got a really pretty plaid, and on the back side this is beautiful, and I'm actually not using that. I was going to use it. That's what it was. This is kind of a toffee color, I believe. Let me look at flip these. Okay, the zip strips are together. Yeah, toffee. And it's just kind of got these geometrical little grids, but I really like it. And the backside is a really nice wood grain it's a little orangey yellow for me, so I'm going to look at this and maybe see if I can tone that down. Red gingham, great for a picnic, and it's more of a scarlet than like a candy apple, which I always love. And then this little one, this reminds me of my grandma's kitchen, actually. I'm not sure I would use that over this, but, you know, I've got either side. And then there's a black one this one is really stripy. And then this one looks like the solar system to me. But I really like it too. So really cool patterns on the mix-ins that are coming up. Let me set that, whoops, over there. I had debated between this one and a pattern that is in the It's a Good Life kit. And this won out hands down because I just love it. So again, this is the Good Life card making stamp set. And this actually came, no, this one I had to buy. Sorry, I was thinking it was the one that came in my pre-release set. It was not. Okay, so I've got the happy birthday and the thank you here, and I just used this punch. It's a label punch to punch that, and since I already have one punched out somewhere on my desk, there it is. I've got a happy birthday because I've already done the thank you, so we'll do that. And then I need to, on this speckle paper, let's see if we can get the speckle. Not really. The back is stripes, but this kind of, it's hard to see. Sorry. But I love it, and so that's why I'm using it. So I'm going to just stamp this real quick, probably a couple times, because I want to get it a little darker. It's very light over here. Yeah, a couple times. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to grab this little guy, and I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to kind of, I'm finding that it's bringing it out more. It's kind of darkening the words. Just cool. Okay, so I used mink ink for that. I used black, intense black for this one. It's been sitting for probably about a half hour, so hopefully it has enough on it to color. Let's give it just one more second. I'm going to tear this one towards me. That's it. Pretty easy. I'm keeping these because I might be able to use them. I'm not sure I can, but I might. And I'm just going to add some adhesive to this real quick. It's giving me a little extra time to let that dry. This is the little twine I've got. It is hemp, I guess. It's a Stampin' Up! One that I got a long time ago. So braided linen twine or trim. So I've got 2 packages of it. I'm going to use it up for this card because I have it and I should use it. Actually, let's put this piece on here real quick. Less floating around on my desk, and again, a little more time for that to dry. And this is really a simple card. 1, because I've done all the work, and 2, because I wanted to keep it simple and sweet. So that's pretty much your base, and then we're going to have this at an angle and this at an angle, and then a little twine over here and the thank you. So the hardest part is actually coloring this. And I'm going to start with, each time I color this, I have started with a different color. I'm just going to add some of this. It's called Flint Gray. It is a Colorista color pencil, which will be available in the next catalog. I'm not coloring these perfect. I'm adding them just kind of at the top, at the bottom, sometimes the side, and then I will blend it with that blender pen from Tombow. This is the Tombow one. That's all they had at the scrapbook store. I drove down to Colorado Springs yesterday, so I didn't get to clean Miranda's room yesterday. I did it this morning. It was horrible. I love that child, but she is sure a messy Bessie. And it was nice when she walked in her room today. She's like, whoa, because it is sparkling. Okay, so I'm going to take the dark timber and I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of dark timber into these rocks. And the reason is because I just didn't like them as one color. So I'm just going to add it here and there. You know, just a little highlight. This is all going to get blended in, probably, hopefully. It's been blending so far, so we're just going to call it good. And then usually I want to get a little darker on these little shadow lines that luckily enough are already on there. Then we're going to just color these real quick with this blender pen. I got this sponge, oh, it's this side, from Temu. And I thought I'm going to try using that right now. And see if it'll help me get like the colors off of the pen. Yeah, cool. Well, that's awesome. It was only a couple bucks too. I technically bought it for Nora because she loves to paint and she kind of makes a bit of a mess. And so I thought, oh, this will be great for keeping that a little more tidy. And then I decided I was going to try it myself. Because, you know, I bought it, so I should try it, right? Okay, get these. Get all these little rocks. Now, I've done this, like I said, a few different times, a few different ways. This time, I am trying to do it just one color at a time. The last time I did it, I kind of did them all, and then I was blending them, and the green, which is pine green, was kind of getting everywhere. So I really want it to have some time to dry. So I might pause and then do the green after a bit. But I will do the rocks. I love these rocks. They're so cute. I know, it seems silly to say rocks are cute, but they are. To me, they are. Okay, so I'm going to take the sky blue because I can do the water. I'm going to hold off, though, on that green, like I said. And go along here. Now, for my girls that are getting this card to do, all you have to do is use some of your own colored pencils. I would recommend that. I mean, you can use pens, too. It just makes it a lot darker. And where I'm finding I'm liking it the lighter, because it's giving it that softness. It's just beautiful softness in this. So it's kind of trying not to color too much, but enough. Okay. And then I added in this blue teal. Oh, these pens, oh my goodness, they're not pens. The colored pencils are really nice. And they do really blend well together. I like it. Recommending them. Okay, just give these little highlight areas with this darker blue. Maybe even, you know, just kind of here and there. Okay, let's make sure we got that other color off. And let's just go in and soften this. And it looks like I could probably do some of the green. I just want to wait for those clumps that are by those rocks until this dries really well. Also gives a little bit of lightness, darkness, you know, just kind of mixes in here, which helps with the shading because I'm not good at it. And even though this probably looks like it, oh, it does look blue. Okay, good. It's like the other colors looked very similar in that. I don't know. We have watched some videos on how to work on the color with my, what are we using? Whatever the program is my husband got me to use. And it's not working. So I'm hoping this weekend that he can kind of get down here and work on it a little more without me, because I don't understand it. Okay, so now this is making it pretty wet, which is good and bad. Cap that, and I'm just going to add some of the green down in here and in here a little bit, and then we'll do the pausing for a second, and I'll come back and do the little clumps. Okay. Just trying to get those lines blended. I don't want anything to look like it's, you know, got these little lines. I want it to look so soft. Okay, well, let's let that sit, and I'll be right back. I had a tiny hiccup with the video, and while I was trying to decide how to fix it, I got my other blender pins that came today. I've got some more coming tomorrow, so I can try a bunch of different ones. But this one is the Derwent blender pen, and it came with 2. And it doesn't apparently say the sizes on it, and I recycled the packaging, so sorry about that. But there are 2 different sizes. One is a little bit fatter, of course, you know, like because they're different, and one is really tiny. Okay, so I'm going to try using the tiny one right now. I used the fatter one to recolor this piece up to the point I was at before it messed up, and then I finished the cart on video. So the only part that I really messed up was coming back to do the foliage green on this area. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then I will cut to the video that I had finished, and then we will be all done. And I will have an extra one of these little guys, which is nice. So it's not as perfectly cut, like, I shouldn't say perfect. I mean, it's perfectly cut for what I need. But it's cut a little differently. Each one of these will probably be cut a little different. The other option I would have would be to leave it solid and have each person that's in the card class cut it themselves. I'm not sure that they would appreciate that from me, so I will try to cut them all as close as I possibly can. I'm just stamping them on a 3 by, I think it's 3 by 5.5, and then cutting them down. Okay, little one. So I put the darker green on the trees and on the grass area. So let's see how this does this. Oh, I didn't put any right there, but let's see if I've got some extra. I can just kind of swirl it in. Not loving this littler one. Let's try the bigger one and see what that does. Oh, much easier. Yeah, there we go. The little one's going to take a lot of work. I'm sure it'd be great for small spaces, but I'm not loving it for what I'm doing right here. But the big one works out really well. Okay, getting these all done. Too fun, huh? Okay, I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to kind of bring this blue over into here. There we go. Okay, so technically that's where we are at. And then basically I just line it up to here, and it's about right here that I need to tear it across. Okay, and you just want to tear it so that you've got a little bit of it showing of a mink down here, and then adhere it to this place. So here's the birthday one, here is the thank you, and here is this. Now we're going to get back to basically putting on the ribbon and finishing up and assembling the cards. Okay, I'll see you in just 1 second. Okay, let's put this down. I gotta put some adhesive on it. The grandkids just got here, so I had to go and get them all settled for a second. And so now I want to put this on here, like that. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then I'm just going to slip this little guy right through there and tie it just once. It's going to give us that little bit. Grab my scissors and just trim it. I just want a little bit of something there so it's not too flat. Okay. We are done with these little guys. And I will have the list of all the colors I used, all the products I used on my blog to make it really easy. Okay. And let's kind of angle this so you can see some of the words. Not that you probably can see them because they blend so much in. It's just a little hint of something there. So it's not just the speckled paper. Got a little speckle and a little words. And then I want them both kind of at an angle. Here we go. And since this is the happy birthday one, we will put the happy birthday on it. Yay! Now, I'm really liking this card. I was, you know, like I said, playing with it for quite a while and wasn't finding my happy with it. And then all of a sudden I did find my happy, but I really do love this stamp set. And I'm going to have to find some more uses for it. Another thing I had thought about, I didn't do it because I didn't want to add too much work to the girls. They tend to get happy and sad with me when I have them do too much. But cutting out some of these rocks and making them taller, I think would be really cool. So maybe what I'll do is I'll stamp like an extra piece or something. So if they want to raise some of these rocks, I think that would be cool. But that's just me. They could be like, no, that's too much. Or they could be like, yeah, it sounds great. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Let me know if you try it out. And again, like I said, all of the information is on my blog. Links to the products will be available once the products are released. And let's see, is there anything else I'm forgetting about this card? I don't think so. So thanks again for coming to play and have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.